You don't set clear expectations and your students don't really know how to act in your classroom. This is a follow-up to last week's episode about setting the tone, where I gave you the simple formula for classroom management, which is clear expectations plus consistency. Again, clear expectations plus consistency. You may know in your own head how you expect your students to behave, but do they know? Are your expectations clear enough that your students don't risk misunderstanding? Let's take a look at how expectations become unclear. Number one, you haven't presented your expectations and you assume your students will automatically know. While students are smarter than you think, they're not mind readers. If you don't outline your expectations from the first day of school, they won't know what you expect. And, moreover, punishing them for acting against your expectations while they don't even know what your expectations are sounds a little bit crazy when you say it out loud, doesn't it? Please make sure you have clearly outlined and presented your expectations, as per what we discussed last episode, and that there is no risk of misunderstanding. Repeat as often as you need to, until you're sure that everything is crystal clear so that there is no excuse for not following your expectations. Number two, you're not consistent about maintaining your expectations. This happens when you presented your expectations, but you don't really follow them. For example, let's take what we discussed last week. You expect your students to enter your classroom quickly and quietly and find their seats right away. But a few weeks into the school year, you give up and become too relaxed with this process. You let them come in rowdy and roam your class for several minutes before reluctantly finding their seats. If this happens, that's it. This expectation becomes null and void. The following day, if you want to resurrect this rule, you're going to face a lot of pushback because, to the students, this is no longer one of your expectations. They are now confused and unsure of what you want them to do. And don't even try to impose consequences because they won't make any sense anymore. It is up to you to be consistent with your expectations. Don't forget, don't lapse, and don't make exceptions. This just confuses the students and your expectations are no longer clear to them. And if this happens, you can go ahead and expect a lot of negative behavior because at that point, they've just given up. For more discussion on this, I need you to go back and listen to episode 13, where I go more into detail about clear expectations.